Hello and welcome to episode number 5 of WITM Season 5, and it's time for our first pay-per-view event, pay-per-view stream of WITM Season 5. It's time for Crown Jewel, emanating from Saudi Arabia. And on the card here, in our Universe Safe, we have 5 matches. It's the New Day versus Sanity for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The reunion of D-Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction. Brock Lesnar making his return to WITM, challenging Dean Ambrose for the Universal Championship. AJ Styles getting his rematch from Super Showdown, taking on the man who defeated him for the WWE title, Rusev. And Andrade Cien Almas defending the United States Championship against Shelton Benjamin. But to get to our WITM matches, we'll actually need to go outside of Universe because you can only do a tournament outside of Universe. And that is where we will find the WWE World Cup, which features 2 of our WITM members, Dalton Roush and Gerald. The tournament is divided into by brands. The first 2 matches are on the Raw side of the bracket. It's going to be Jinder Mahal facing Kurt Angle, and in our first WITM match of the night, Dalton Roush taking on the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley. And then on the SmackDown side of the bracket, it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura taking on the Big Show, and in our second WITM match of the night, the Laughing Evangelist Gerald taking on Randy Orton. And then in the finals, the winner of the Raw bracket and the winner of the SmackDown bracket will meet to determine the best in the world. So we could have, depending on how far Dalton and Gerald go in the tournament, we could have as many as we could have as little as 2 matches in this episode, or as many as 5 matches. It'll be interesting to see what transpires, and damage does carry over from match to match. So if you win your first round match but are heavily injured, you will go into your second match with that same injury. So you want to beat your opponents as quickly as possible and be as healthy as you can for your next matchup. So without further ado, let's get the WWE World Cup underway. We kick things off on the Raw side of the bracket with the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, taking on Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle is going to advance to the semifinals. He will take on the winner of our first WITM matchup. It's on the second match of the Raw side of the bracket. The Premier Talent Dalton Roush taking on the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley. And okay, there we go. So Dalton Roush still looking for his first victory in WITM Season 5, a victory he's taken on a man who has been dominant ever since coming back to WWE and of course being part of WITM in the form of Bobby Lashley, who was defeated by disqualification by WITM's Corey on the previous Raw when Leo Rush interfered. Dalton Roush will be looking to do the same and he'll need a clean victory over Bobby Lashley. And of course, Dalton Roush, he already calls himself the Premier Talent. He can prove that statement that he is the best in the world, the Premier Talent, if he can win this WWE World Cup tournament. And here we go, our first match.
The following contest is a championship first round match. from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
As we ready for singles action, Byron, what can you tell us about these two competitors?
Well, I can say that both of these superstars come into this match incredibly hungry to prove their dominance here tonight. But as we all know, only one will walk away with their arm raised in victory.
From Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley.
You have to love the way the champ is approaching this match. Title match or not, he's ready to go.
And that's what makes him among the absolute best to ever lace a pair of boots. He doesn't care what's at stake, he just wants to win.
And there's a bell, our first match
Looking at these two men,
of
I don't think there's going to be
the
anything
WWE World Cup tournament for WITM is underway. You may notice that we're not using a Crown Jewel arena. That's because in tournament mode it does not allow you to use custom arenas for some reason.
Important match for the champ.
So we're using one of the generic arenas from my career, the Japan Dome, which is probably one of the closest to Crown Jewel arena. Lashley
Just a sickening thud upon
with a power bomb. We saw that impressive power he had in his match with Corey.
Kicks out on the pinfall
Dalton,
attempt.
Dalton
Too
has some
soon.
impressive power of his own. It's going to be power versus power in this matchup. Of course, you're going to want to use your power and weaken your opponent and win the match quickly. So that should you advance, you are
Looks to be
go in as with the least amount of damage on you as possible. Hard to do though when you have two powerhouses meeting in the ring. Dalton using his legs to wear down the hands and body of Lashley. Locked in well. Good technical offense here by Dalton.
This is the type of one-on-one atmosphere where he thrives.
I wouldn't call for the medics just yet, Cole. He still appears to be in pretty good shape here.
Oh,
Going after the legs and ankles of Lashley, hoping to make quick work of him and advance to
Just needs to do more
round 2 with hardly a scratch, but Lashley powers out. There's a reversal by Lashley. Kick to the back.
The axe handle.
And an axe handle to the back of Dalton and a stomp to the back. There's a stomp to the chest.
Uh-oh, the delay.
Lashley with a powerful one-handed slam. Reversal by A. Dalton. Dalton forces Lashley closer to center ring. What does he have in mind here? A series of elbow strikes wearing down the body of Lashley. Now forces Lashley up. Dalton showing off some of that power. Sit out into an armbar. Trying to weaken that impressive power of Lashley's. Now targeting the other arm, weakening both arms of Lashley's. Bending the hand and fingers back as far as he can.
Here with this attack.
Good technical offense by Dalton early on in this matchup. Now forces Lashley up. There's a signature maneuver.
Possess a
Baby
different
rock
type
bottom.
of focus to punish an opponent.
Dalton
like
wasting
this.
no time. He's already looking for the side of a bullet.
It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over. Oh boy.
And that's going to be reversed by Lashley. Finisher reversed.
He's starting to feel it here. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
And Dalton's going to return the favor and reverse Lashley and go straight into his second Baby Rock bottom signature maneuver, and he's going to look again for the side of a bullet.
And that's twice now.
and this time it connects. Following that reversal, 2 straight signatures and a finisher. If Dalton can put away Lashley here, that'll be great for him heading into round 2. And he does. Dalton is going to advance to round 2 against Kurt Angle with hardly a scratch, making easy work of the Intercontinental Champion Lashley.
And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
What an effort we saw here. Truly a great match.
Uncle Sam taught him to shoot maybe a little too well. Finger on the trigger, loaded, falling. He hit the stick so full of rage and let the whole world know it. 6 feet away, they heard him say, oh God, don't let him pull it. Please God, don't let him pull it. How could you put us through it?
Alright, Dalton did exactly what he needed to do, making quick and easy work of a very tough opponent, the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley. After reversing that attempt at a finisher by Lashley. And then turning it into a second baby rock bottom, and then his finisher, the side of a bullet. So Dalton will advance to the semifinals of the Raw bracket to the second round. And he will meet Kurt Angle in the second round. Hold on, I'm being messaged on Facebook by my sister, and of course she wants me to do something. Sorry for the pause, just... Alright, sorry about that. Now, moving on to the SmackDown side of the back bracket. Hold on, more messages, oh my gosh. I apologize. This is like the worst possible timing. Anyways, moving on to the SmackDown side of the bracket, we start off with Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Big Show. And Big Show is advancing to the semifinals. He will take on the winner of Gerald versus Randy Orton, our second matchup. Let's go ahead and get that loading up. So Gerald, similar to Dalton, Gerald actually defeated Samoa Joe, a man whose number he has had since coming to SmackDown Live in order to qualify for... Oh, well, it's loaded already, never mind.
Yeah.
The following contest is a championship first round match. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte.
Singles action on its way, and it sounds like this arena is more than ready to kick this one off.
So is social media, Michael. The opening bell hasn't even rung, and yet both these superstars are already trending.
If you ain't rock by him, high opponent be biased win. I beat the timeline behind him and see no highness as high as him. He reigns, Lord, firearms are too short to aim for him. Call him extremist, he leaks Katrina's with his brainstorming. That's quite enormous, to say the least. I got is a beast, his rap is the sound of a lion roaring. Since he's topped by none, I'm on hip-hop's front line, screaming from the top of my lungs. I'm God. Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
The Viper!
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Few WWE superstars have fared as well throughout their careers as Randy Orton.
Cool, calm, collected, but laser focused.
And ready to explode at a moment's notice with an RKO out of nowhere. A 13-time world champion. As slick as they come. As smooth as anyone in the business. And as dangerous as anyone that walks the planet Earth.
All right, here we go. Can Gerald join Dalton in the semifinals?
We could be moments away.
This is Gerald's season, as I was trying to say when the match was
Haven't
on.
hit record
Gerald's
yet. Now
season
might be a good time
5
to do that.
debut.
These guys are gonna have
Will
a
it be a
match you
win?
wanna watch over and over again.
Sending him further into the WWE World Cup tournament. Randy Orton starts off on offense.
Oh,
There's an
man.
elbow to the head of
The
Gerald.
elbow.
And Gerald avoids a kick to the back. Gerald with a clubbing blow to the chest of Orton. Gerald, we've seen him
Hits with the clothesline.
overcome odds that seemed impossible before. I'm sure there's nobody expecting him to come out the winner of this WWE World Cup tournament, but we see,
executed.
we're talking about a man that was a dual champion on Raw at one point. So Gerald very capable of coming out the winner of this tournament. Orton outships Gerald into the
His
corner.
clothesline finds the mark. He looks a
Clothesline by Orton, goes for the cover, want to make quick work of Gerald and move on to the big show.
kick out. Not
But
yet.
Gerald
Too
powers out
early.
of one.
Look at this.
There's an
He's
elbow
going
straight
back
to
to
the
an
head.
old friend with that one.
And stomp to the chest.
Oh, man.
Nice
Right
stomp
to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Got the arm. Oh, my.
Orton, tentacle offense going right back to that arm. Now targeting the head of Gerald, trying to soften up for a future RKO. And Gerald was able to finally get his feet and break free with a series of elbows. There's an outstrip into the corner.
He's too quick for him there.
Gerald, or rather Orton, is able to evade. Gerald with a reversal. There's a backbreaker and neckbreaker by Gerald. Goes for cover. He wants to quick work of Orton and advance to round 2.
To keep his shoulders
Orton
down.
powers out right away, though. Gerald targeting the head of Orton.
Looks like Randy Orton has broken a sweat. He's really going to need to create some space for himself.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be
Forces
expected,
Orton up.
especially
There's an
considering
arm
who
trip
he's in
into
the
the
ring
corner.
with.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
And a bulldog. Forces Orton up.
Move coming.
Gerald was thinking big boot, but Orton catches the leg.
And he's definitely having some
Orton reversing the signature maneuver of Gerald. Gerald rolling to the outside, trying to recover. Orton isn't going to allow him to. Heading to the outside to go after
Comes
Gerald.
up big with a reversal.
Gerald with a reversal.
The quick
Orton
reversal
catches the
there
leg
by
again and
Randy
reverses.
He gets him with a reversal. Oh, he turns it around.
Gerald with a reversal. Orton heads back into the ring. So does Gerald.
Side
There's a Russian leg sweep. Gerald low on stamina. Can he keep up? Gerald trying to get the WWE Universe behind him.
He
Doing
might
a little
have it.
country jig
He's
there.
rolling, guys. Question
Going
is,
for
executed
his
perfectly.
comeback sequence that would give him another
Now Randy Orton seems to have lost a step or two. This is not
Big
where he wants
boot.
to be right now, guys.
In a back and forth match like this, he has to
Orton
do
with a
everything
reversal,
in his
shoving
power
Gerald into the
not to
corner,
let his
force him
opponent
to the top
gain too much
turnbuckle.
momentum here.
What does Orton have in mind here?
impact and then some.
And launches Gerald halfway across the ring. Orton going to that dangerous place.
And here comes
RKO, perfect position, center ring.
He's got him.
Goes for cover,
Wow, I can't believe he.
but Gerald fights on. Orton in shock. He's arguing that it was a 3 count, but Gerald fights on. Has he taken too much damage to
Dodges a
be
bullet
able
there.
to last any longer than round 1? We'll have to find out if Gerald can survive
Real
this.
guys.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Gerald with an uppercut. Trip him to the corner.
When this guy's
Gerald
on,
has a big
look
boot somewhere in his
Oh, and he
arsenal,
connects.
but Gerald
There's no
already
reason to
very
lose your footing on
tired
a move like that.
and
Come on,
exhausted.
toughen up.
And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
And once again, the big boot reversed by Orton. Gerald could have this match put away likely
well
if
scouted.
he hit
This is
both
what
those
makes
big
him one of the
boots, but
best in the business.
Orton reversing both of them. Gerald, and there we go. This time it hits, but Gerald is absolutely
The shoulders are down.
exhausted. You have to ask yourself if Gerald survives this match, does he even have the energy to go on any further?
He's in trouble.
But Gerald's looking for a spear.
Here he
Spear connects. Is Gerald going to advance to
His
the
shoulders are down.
semifinals against the Big Show?
2, 3.
Yes, Gerald will also be advancing to round 2. We have at least 2 more matches.
And here's
Gerald
another look at some incredible
also moving
action
on to
from
the
a match that we're
semifinals.
not
He'll
likely
take
to
on the
stop
Big
talking
Show.
about for a long, long time.
I can watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. From the opening bell, this match was one for the ages. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
Here is your winner, Gerald.
That's an impressive win right there.
Great effort from both these guys, Michael. I'm willing to bet this isn't the last time we see them square off.
the arena is still buzzing over that great match.
Alright, so damage-wise, nothing too major. Gerald did take an RKO and some damage on the outside. The main issue for Gerald going forth is that stamina. We saw him exhausted late in that match, but he still had enough energy to come back with and finally hit a big boot and hit the hit the spear. So the main issue for stamina is going to be stamina going forth in this tournament for Gerald. Dalton Roush, he's going to come into his semi-final match with hardly a scratch on him. Barely took any damage from Bobby Lashley. And he will take on a very tough opponent in the semifinals, the finals for the Raw bracket, Kurt Angle. So let's get our Dalton second match and our semifinal matchup between Dalton Roush and Kurt Angle loading up. So, and Dalton's match over Bobby Lashley was Dalton's first win of WITM Season 5. That means, I believe, every member of WITM, just 5 episodes in, already has at least one win, so not bad.
Saxon, you better not be chanting during this theme. Kurt will come out here and slap the taste out of your mouth.
Well, he likes it when you chant.
Here comes the Olympic gold medalist.
The following contest is a championship tournament semi-finals match. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds,
About to get a dose of the 3 eyes. Intensity, integrity, and intelligence.
Uncle Sam taught him to shoot maybe a little too well. Finger on the trigger.
and his opponent from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 257 pounds, Dalton.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for one-on-one action.
And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already picked the one who they want to win this match.
Watch you do it. How could you take his life away? How could you be so full of hate? And when I heard you let him die and leave the world, I wonder why I sat at home and on my own. I cried alone and scratched your name in the side of a bullet.
Alright, so we have no idea, of course, how much Kurt Angle took in his opening match against Jinder Mahal. But Dalton coming in
this is what
with hardly a scratch on him after easily putting away
When I looked at the card for tonight, this one definitely stood
Bobby
out as
Lashley.
one you don't want to miss.
Kurt Angle has earned medals, championships, and a Hall of Fame
Kurt
ring.
Angle just merely
Olympic
slapping
hero does not play
Dalton down
second
to the
fiddle
canvas.
to anyone
Dalton with a
in that
reversal.
locker room.
Byron, you kissing up to get
There's a
points
stomp
from
to the
your general
chest.
manager? Anyway, you forgot to mention that he won an Olympic gold medal
Dalton,
with a broken
as he did with Lashley, targeting the arm, trying to bend the arm and fingers back as far as he can. Angle's going to head to the outside and try to regroup, but Dalton ain't going to allow him. He's going to join him out there and try to use that outside to rack up some damage on Lashley. Good, or rather Angle.
Whoa, Angle dodged.
Angle with a reversal
He's
with
still
switch
got
kicks
it.
to the legs.
He wants
Sends
to
Dalton
go
back
to the
to the
outside.
ring and joins him there. Angle goes for
He's going
cover.
for the pin.
And Dalton powers out immediately.
Very nice.
There's a reversal by Dalton.
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Well, better not think too long, though.
Snake Eyes using that top turnbuckle as a weapon is Dalton. Dalton, we saw him use this move before, using his legs to wear down the chest and arms of Angle, who breaks it up with a series of elbows to the head. There's a kick to the stomach by Angle. Dalton forces Angle onto the apron.
Dangerous
And we'll
position
join him
here,
on
guys.
the apron.
Oh, no, no, no,
Back
no.
suplex on the apron.
And a slam to the edge of the apron. Dalton really trying to use that outside ring environment and the ring itself as a weapon against Kurt Angle. Whatever damage he had before
Doesn't want to absorb much more
from his
punishment
first
if he wants
match,
to win
Dalton
this match.
looking to
This match is
multiply and,
trending
of
in
course,
a bad direction.
make every
for him
move
right now,
do as
guys.
much damage as
He's gonna wanna make
possible
some
and
changes if he wants to
try
stay
to go
in.
into the finals against either Gerald or Big Show
This match can go either way.
with as little damage as possible.
Kick out.
Not yet.
Ooh, that hurt.
A sharp one right to the cheekbone.
Angle with
Oh boy.
on the attack now.
Angle's looking to end it.
Angle with the Three Amigos, a signature maneuver. This is not what Dalton wants.
Angle hits it.
On the mark. This could be it.
You're going to want to see your internist after a slam like that.
Angle goes for cover, center ring.
Kicks out in time.
Dalton powers out at 2, and Angle in shock. He thought he had himself a spot in the finals, but Dalton fights on. Dalton with an uppercut.
Look at this. He gets him with a reversal.
Dalton reverses
Uh-oh.
straight into a baby rock bottom, signature maneuver.
Over.
Your whole body hurts.
That's exactly how Dalton put Lashley away, reversing a finisher, hitting the baby rock bottom. This time Dalton biding his time, trying to cover a little bit of
I just
damage.
can't get over the physicality of this match. It has been absolutely
There's a
brutal.
stomp to the back. Dalton goes for cover. Does he have a victory and a spot in the finals following that baby rock bottom?
Kurt,
No.
You think that's going to
Dalton in shock. Angle powers out at
You
2.
need professional psychiatric help.
Dalton and Angle trade blows.
Kurt Angle hits it.
And there's the Angle slam.
Mark. I'm not sure how much he has.
Dalton may have got a rope break there. Powers out immediately. Dalton has taken some significant damage in this match and to keep an eye on should Dalton be able to advance to the finals. But now Dalton looking for the side of a bullet. And Angle wisely escapes by going
I'll
onto
tell
the
you what,
apron.
This is one they'll be talking about tomorrow at Workers' School.
And
that's
Angle
for sure.
with a suplex. Now it's Angle targeting the arm of Dalton.
I don't know how much more damage he fights his way free.
But how much energy does he
Significant
exhaust
amount of damage that
his
Dalton
way
has
out?
taken. Definitely something to keep an eye on if Dalton can advance past this match. You can see that Dalton is tired and sore,
Taking
but
out.
still very capable of winning this match.
There's no
Ankle
way he's
lock
giving up
locked
now.
in. Angle is trying to wear down every single part of the body of Dalton.
We're seeing Angle.
Dalton's gonna come in sore
Wow,
with-
looked to me like he had it locked in.
at
pretty
every
good.
part of the body
Guess not.
if he can make it into the final. And Kurt Angle getting fired up. Dalton with a reversal.
Just a jarring blow to the jaw.
There's a spinning
Nobody
back
controls
fist
the
and a
pace
taunt
of
by
match
Dalton.
Quite like this guy.
Whoa, Angle dodged.
Reversal
that
by
one.
Angle.
still
Dalton
got it.
forces Dalton to a knee. Angle using the
At
ropes
this
to
point,
launch
it looks
Dalton
like
across
even
the
the winner of
ring.
this match will walk out of here beaten and battered.
Going for it all here.
What does Dalton have in mind here? WWE World Champion, this is awesome. Dalton with a superplex to the outside. Dalton knows it's go big or go home. And Dalton hitting that, using one of his finishers to superplex Angle onto the outside. Then taunting Angle for forcing him back to the ring. I'm sure he'll hope to finish him off. Whichever man makes out of this match and into the finals is going to go in with a lot of damage.
Absorbing punishment like that.
That may be advantage for whoever SmackDown superstar can make it into the finals.
Bringing it back into the ring. Oh, he turns it around. When this guy's on,
Dalton with a reversal.
he's looking a little wobbly.
Can he capitalize following that huge outside
They're about to give
superplex?
out on him.
Dalton may be looking to go for a cover following it now. Instead, and taunting, biding his time, trying to recover a little bit of damage.
Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
Now forces Angle up.
Big move coming.
Dalton going for a comeback sequence. This will give him a
But he's got a
baby rock bottom signature maneuver if he is successful. And he is.
Just some great execution right there. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Angle is able to reverse before Dalton can hit the baby rock bottom.
Quick thinking to avoid
Dalton with a reversal. Dalton again taking time to recover. These long, grueling matchups are not what you
sending your foe crashing
want
to
in
the
a
canvas.
tournament format.
He's looking at it. That'll have you worrying about
Dalton with a power bomb into a cover.
Sure. Can he finish the job?
Dalton is heading to the finals against either Big Show or Gerald. It went a little longer than he wanted, but still an impressive victory for Dalton. Dalton advances to the finals of the WWE World Cup.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. Count yourselves lucky, people. You might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times. Epic.
That's an impressive win right there.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight.
I couldn't agree more. What an amazing contest that was.
All right. Dalton will go in with some damage after taking both a signature and finisher and an ankle lock from Kurt Angle. But Dalton doing whatever he had to do. That outside superplex was the game changer in this matchup. And Dalton Roush, deservedly so, is heading to the finals of the WWE World Cup. He'll meet the winner of this next match, the finals of the SmackDown side of the bracket, and a semi-final matchup, the Big Show taking on Gerald. Let's get that loading up. The Big Show recently returning to action, allying himself with the SmackDown tag team, The Bar. But he'll be on his own tonight when he takes on the Laughing Evangelist. Gerald did take a little bit of damage in his opening match against Orton, but nothing major. Like we said before, it's going to be stamina that's going to be a factor here for Gerald.
Well, it's a big show.
Here comes the world's largest athlete.
The following contest is a championship tournament semi-final match. Making his way to the ring, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at
A
385
Hall of
pounds.
Famer. There is no doubt about it. One of the all-time greats, the Big Show. One of the all-time greats, possibly in the best physical condition of his career right now. I think he's on B-Sax's diet.
That's a great thing. Big Show more agile than we've seen him in years. You said it, Corey, looks better than he's been in years. And more dominant than he's been in years. Just a look on the face of the Big Show says it all. I am here, I am ready, not just to compete, but to dominate.
What a giant.
There's only one.
And his opponent, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Gerald.
There's
there's an absolutely big fight feel in the arena tonight for this one.
Yeah, and judging from the vibe here currently, it seems to me like this is the one this sold-out crowd came to see.
If you ain't rock by him, how your opponent be by your swing. I beat the timeline behind him and see no highness as high as him. He reigns Lord, firearms are too short to aim for him. Call him extremist, he leaks Katrinas with his brainstorming. That's quite enormous, to say the least. Our God is a beast, his rap is the sound of a lion roaring. Since he's top by none, I'm on hip-hop, front line, screaming from the top of my lungs. I'm God.
You can feel the electricity.
All right, here we go.
This is going to be
Of
something.
course, we don't know how much damage Big Show sustained in his opening match win against Shinsuke Nakamura. Gerald coming in after taking an RKO from Randy Orton, but not and some outside damage, but not much else. Gerald already has a comeback sequence, so he has an opportunity to take out Big Show early on.
Pace of a match. Quite got it.
Already he will have a big boot in his arsenal after that successful comeback. Right now, it's Gerald in control early on, and he already has a big boot in his arsenal waiting. Big Show seated into the corner, shoves Gerald aside.
We're seeing two outstanding athletes looking to prove their dominance in there, but only one can walk out victorious.
Can't quite get that grapple off.
Pendulum
There's a backbreaker by Big Show. And now mounted punches. Stomp to the elbow repeatedly.
Big Show wants to fly.
Big Show, not something you expect from him, but he wants to take flight.
Whoa!
And Gerald is able to evade.
Here it comes! Big Show is putting on a
Gerald was looking for his finisher, the spear. But Big Show was able to evade. Not good news for Gerald, but hey, Randy Orton was able to reverse signatures too, and
Here we go.
Gerald made it. There is the big boot.
Follow up here. Oh man,
But there now we're seeing that stamina come into play. Gerald exhausted, but goes for cover.
And the kick out.
And Big Show powers out at 2. Gerald in shock. We see a Gerald and Dalton Roush WIT member versus WIT member final. There's a spear. And still Big Show powers out at 2. And Gerald in shock. Again, Gerald already has hit a signature and finisher.
Big Show looks to be
Ask himself what it would take to put away the Big Show. He must not have taken very much damage against Shinsuke Nakamura.
The Big Show's going to need the
He's still
world's
surviving
largest
this
comeback
match.
at this point.
Highly unlikely.
Gerald targeting the head of Big Show. Good technical offense early on.
I'll tell you what. This is one
It's
that
locked
we
in
talk
well.
about tomorrow at work or school. That's for
Gerald
sure.
forces Big Show up.
That slam put him
Backbreaker and
guys.
neckbreaker combo. Forces Big Show up again, but Big Show reverses.
Big Show.
And Big Show getting fired up. Forces Gerald up.
Wow!
And now it's Big Show going for a comeback sequence of his own.
Devastating move by Big Show. Somebody get the hose. This guy's on fire.
The Big Show is putting on a big show right now.
Forces Gerald up.
Big
Goes
Show.
for a signature of his own, and he does.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
Goes for cover. Is Big Show going to advance to the finals against Dalton Roush?
2. Dug down
No,
deep,
Gerald
gets
powers
the
out at 2.
shoulder
It's
up.
near fall after near
I am
fall.
in shock.
Now it's
What's
Big
it
Show
gonna take to
asking
keep
what
this
it's going
guy
to take
down?
to advance to the finals.
The weapon of
There's a
mass
knockout punch, the finisher of Big Show.
X marks the spot.
Will
on that
this
one.
put Gerald away?
1, 2, 3.
Yes, it will.
Incredible
Gerald
Big
put up a
Show.
good fight, putting away Randy
Let's
Orton
take
in the
another look at what
opener
made that
and nearly
matchup
putting
so
away the
memorable.
Big Show had the momentum early on, but Big Show would come back after the comeback sequence, and it's going to be Big Show advancing to the finals, representing SmackDown Live, taking on
Hope everybody
Dalton
at home
Roush.
set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic. I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. There's good, there's great, and then there's downright unbelievable WWE action. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got a taste of the unbelievable kind.
Here is your winner, The Big Show.
You heard the ring announcer. This one's over. And here's your winner.
Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that, you've done something right.
With that win in the books, we must now move on.
Alright, so unfortunately we are not going to have the privilege of seeing a WITM member versus WITM member final, but we did have all 5 possible matches in the tournament aired on the stream, so there's that at least. We do have one WITM member in the final, though. Will the man who calls himself the premier talent have the title to back of best in the world to back him up by winning the WWE World Cup and defeating the Big Show of SmackDown Live? Let's find out. Dalton Roush has made it to the finals. He represents Raw against the Big Show of SmackDown. And Gerald, his friend and WITM counterpart, did do Dalton a bit of a favor, hitting him with that big boot and spear before Big Show was able to put him away. So Big Show will be coming in with a fairly significant amount of damage. But Dalton Roush also taking a signature and finisher from Kurt Angle in his semifinal matchup.
The following contest is the final in the championship tournament. Making his way to the ring from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Guys, we have 2 of WWE's most exciting superstars ready to square off here.
And there's nothing quite like seeing 2 superstars settling it in the ring in one-on-one action, Michael. Batten down the hatches.
And his opponent, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 385 pounds, The Big Show.
Strutting to the ring. Look at the size of him. Big Show more agile than we've seen him in years, and more dominant than he's been in years. A confident look on the face of the Big Show. Part of some of the all-time great moments in WWE history.
You remember when Big Show arrived in WWE? He burst through the ring. The destruction that's followed has been historic.
And there's the bell. The finals of the WWE World Cup is underway. Dalton Roush represents Raw. He defeated the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley and the vacationing Raw General Manager Kurt Angle.
Perfectly executed.
Big Show defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and Gerald to get here. Which man is going to be able to call himself the best in the world?
Get the hose.
Dalton already using his comeback sequence to get a free
Look out.
Baby Rock Bottom, which he uses right away, already getting a signature maneuver.
Comeback. That'll
We
knock
know
you
Big Show
silly,
took a
that's for
spear and Big boot from Gerald earlier.
That one.
But Big Show able to get on the attack before Dalton can capitalize with a side of a bullet, which he's looking for now.
Knee right to the midsection.
Dalton hits the side of a bullet. Is this going to be enough to win Dalton the WWE World Cup?
2, 3.
Yes, it is. Dalton truly is the premier talent. He is the best in the world. He has the trophy to prove
Here
it
is
now.
your winner.
Dalton has won the WWE World Cup.
Contest comes to a close following a decisive pinfall victory.
I don't make the matches, but if I did, I'd put these two back in the ring ASAP. What an amazing match.
You got that right, partner. Again, huge win here tonight.
All right, Dalton since day one has been calling himself the premier talent. And he just proved why he is the premier talent. He has won the WWE World Cup featuring 7 of the other best competitors that WWE has to offer, including legends like Kurt Angle and The Big Show along that way. Dalton Roush is the winner of the WWE World Cup. He is the best in the world. He is the premier talent. There you see. Defeated the Intercontinental Champion Lashley by pinfall in match 1. Defeated Hall of Famer and legend Kurt Angle in the semifinals. Defeated future Hall of Famer and legend The Big Show in the finals. 3 very tough opponents, but Dalton Roush is the best in the world, the winner of the WWE World Cup. He now will have a nice trophy to his name, and he truly is the premier talent and the best in the world. Alright, and now we have the rest of Crown Jewel. What else transpired at Crown Jewel in the non-WITM matches? Sandy defeated The New Day. DX defeated Brothers of Destruction. Dean Ambrose remains Universal Champion by defeating the returning Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles has reclaimed his WWE Championship in his WWE title rematch by defeating Rusev. AJ Styles is once again WWE Champion. And we have a new United States Champion as well, so 2 new champions on SmackDown Live, with Shelton Benjamin getting the victory over Andrade Cien Almas. And then the other 2 matches we had 5 matches on the card. I just put in some characters we don't use in for filler. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw and SmackDown? Let's find out. We'll start off with, there were no matches in the Raw Tag Team division, so we'll start off with the Intercontinental Championship rankings. Kurt Angle defeated Jinder Mahal. Mahal moves down to number 4. Dalton Roush defeated Bobby Lashley. Dalton's not in these rankings, and Lashley remains champion. And I believe those are the only matches in the Intercontinental Championship rankings. So the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley. Number 1 contender, No Way Jose. Number 2, Corey. Number 3, Mojo Rawley. Number 4, Jinder Mahal. Number 5, Elias. Number 6, Apollo Crews. Number 7, Tyler Breeze. Number 8, Titus O'Neil. Number 9, Zack Ryder. Number 10, Kurt Hawkins. In the Universal title rankings, Kurt Angle defeated Jinder Mahal. Neither of them are in these rankings. Dalton Roush defeated Bobby Lashley. Dalton moves up to number 3. Lashley is not in these rankings as Intercontinental Champion. Dalton Roush defeated Kurt Angle. That's another spot up. Angle is not in these rankings. Dalton Roush defeated the Big Show. That's another spot up. So, when the Universal title is on the line again, Dalton is in control of his own destiny. If Dalton can remain number one contender, he will have a Universal Championship matchup with Dean Ambrose. And those are it for the Universal title rankings. So Dean Ambrose remains champion. Number one contender, Dalton Roush. Number 2, Seth Rollins. Number 3, Braun Strowman. Number 4, Baron Corbin. Number 5, Finn Balor. So that is it for the Raw rankings. Now over on SmackDown. In the SmackDown Tag Team Division, Sandy defeated the New Day to remain champions. And those are the only matches in the SmackDown Tag Division. So Sandy remained champions. Number one contenders, New Day falls number 2. Number one contenders, Gallows and Anderson. Number 2, New Day. Number 3, the Usos. Number 4, the Colognes. Number 5, the Bar. In the U.S. title rankings, Big Show defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Big Show moves up to number 3. Nakamura's not in these rankings. Gerald defeated Randy Orton. Gerald remains number 1 contender. Orton is not in these rankings. Big Show defeated Gerald. Big Show moves up to number 2 and swaps spots with Gerald, who moves to number 2. Big Show is now number 1 contender. Dalton Roush defeats the Big Show. So Big Show moves down to number 2, and Gerald and swaps spots with Gerald, who moves back up to the number 1 contendership. That's great news for Gerald. Shelton Benjamin defeated Andrade Cien Almas to become United States Champion. Benjamin's United States Champion, and former champion Almas somehow ends up at number 6, the bottom of the U.S. title rankings. In the WWE title rankings, the U.S. title rankings, the champion Shelton Benjamin, number 1 contender Gerald, number 2 Big Show, number 3 Jeff Hardy, number 4 Aiden English, number 5 R-Truth, number 6 Andrade Cien Almas. In the WWE title rankings, Big Show defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura moves down to number 2. Big Show is not in these rankings. Gerald defeated Randy Orton. Orton moves down to number 4. Gerald is not in these rankings. AJ Styles defeated Rusev to become WWE Champion. Rusev falls to number 2. Styles is the new champion, but Nakamura lost as well. So Miz moves up to the number 1 contendership. Rusev falls to number 2. Nakamura falls to number 3. So the WWE title rankings, the champion is AJ Styles. Number 1, The Miz. Number 2, Rusev. Number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 4, Randy Orton. Number 5, Daniel Bryan. Number 6, Samoa Joe. And number 7, Rey Mysterio. It is also time to update you on the WITM 5 rankings. I usually update you guys on the rankings for just the WITM members following each pay-per-view. Dalton got 3 wins in this episode, so he moves up to 13-7-1. That may be good enough to take second place, or maybe even first. Gerald got a win and a loss, so he is 9-15. And let me go to my handy dandy percentage calculator to figure out what the win percentages of the WITM members are now. So the current first placeman, or at least heading into this pay-per-view, Andrew, is 18-9-3, not counting no decisions. He's won 18 out of 27 matches. So he has a win percentage of 66.6. Uh-oh, Andrew, look out. 66.6. 666. AI Master has won 6 out of 10 matches. No calculator needed there. That's 60%. Dalton Roush has won 13 out of 20 matches. So that is 65%. That will be good enough to move Dalton past past AI Master into second place and very near first place. After 3 straight victories. Corey is 10 and 17. That is 37%. And Gerald is 9 and 15. So he's won 9 out of 24 matches, and that is 37.5%. So the WITM standings right now. In first place, Andrew Spudstrong with a record of 18-9-3 and a win percentage of 66.6%. In second place, Dalton Roush with a win-loss record of 13-7-1 and a win percentage of 65%. In third place, AI Master with a record of 6-4-1 and a win percentage of 60%. Gerald moves back up to fourth place with a record of 9-15 and a win percentage of 37.5%. And moving back down to last place, Corey with a record of 10-17 and a record of 37 and a win percentage of 37%. So very, very tight race between Andrew, Dalton Roush, and AI Master for first place. And a very tight race between Corey and Gerald for fourth place and to avoid last place. Alright, so I'm going to need to end the episode here. In order to avoid us having to take a week off, I'm actually going to have to go back to a previous save, and we're going to need to replay this first week. The matches and everything should still be different, and I'll import the rankings how they are now, instead of how they were a week ago. But just to avoid us having to take a week off, we're going to have to replay this first week. So I can't reveal the next matches yet, because I'll have some work to do to get us where we need to be. But so that is going to be the end of WITM Episode 5 and our Crown Jewel pay-per-view stream. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when we go live and when we make a new posting. Check out the links in the description, the first being the newly redesigned WITM website. There you can find out how to become a WITM member for free and get your own custom character with custom entrants, custom movesets, and custom promos, etc. Check out the WITM Twitter as well for all the latest WITM news, announcements, and updates. And our next stream will be Monday night at 11:30 for Monday Night Raw. If Corey and Dalton are in action, we will have that for you. We'll be hearing from Dalton following his WWE World Cup victory. We might be hearing Corey's reaction to his disqualification victory as well over Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley on the previous Raw. So Corey and Dalton in action, and likely Corey and Dalton on the mic as well in our next episode. But that is going to do it for episode number 5 and our Crown Jewel stream. And until episode 6, Monday night at 11:30, this is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.